Building 7. YouTube, welcome in, motherfuckers. That's gotta be fucking blurred out. So does that one. Damn, can't cuss within like the first 30 seconds of a YouTube video. We got new Kendrick. Is this a leak? Is this something he just posted on IG? Is this a Drake diss? Is it like, there's a lot of questions that I have going into this. The black Air Forces tell me all that I need to know right out the gate. It could just be instrumental with the black Air Force pictures, because this is the type of time K-Dot is on and has been on. He's a pretty internal, like, he's an angry person, and that fucking fuels the shit that we hear. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I'm not saying he's an evil person, but bro's got issues just like the rest of us. He just happens to have a gifted ass pen. But yo, I'm excited for this. I feel like the people that are watching this video right now, if you go back on my channel and you say that like I'm sticking up for Drake because no one's going to. The beef was fucking, he won. K-Dot won. Even if Drake had some solid lines that maybe Kendrick didn't really fucking, you know, back and forth, they both lied to each other. The game plan for K-Dot's dropping of his tracks in the order that he dropped them in and the way that he dropped them, ending with the bang that is Not Like Us. I don't think the lyrics to Not Like Us are the greatest. Oh, Drake's fucking with minors. Cool. The same shit that I've heard 10 years in a row. But it is a worldwide banger, to say the least. So that alone is gonna make you win. But either way, I'm excited. I feel like y'all think that I'm not a K-Dot fan. I'm a K-Dot fan, but I'm a fan of the overall music space, and I'm level-headed enough to be able to see like, this kind of is a one-sided thing, because all of the Drake haters are gonna go to fucking Kendrick's side on top of the Kendrick stans. If this is like the intro to round 2 after Drake said that he wanted round 2, first off, you can't get round 2, bitch. That's not the way it works. It's a fucking one and done. It's like the Super Bowl, pun intended. That's real bad timing for Drake. You know what I mean? To say you're as big as the Super Bowl and then K-Dot to get the Super Bowl, crazy timing. And I don't give a fuck about the World Cup. If you're watching this internationally, no one cares about the World Cup in the United States. Don't get me fucking started. Stay with your fucking soccer and your Android phone. Conductor, we have a problem. It's 5 minutes, by the way, guys. If I told you that I killed somebody at 16, would you believe me? Or see me to be innocent Kendrick you seen in the street with the basketball?
It's time to watch the party die. The shit done got too wicked to apologize. It's different, get them whacked and disqualified. We even kill the killers cause they like taking innocent lives. Burn a whole village, we start over. It's really that time. Why reason with these niggas if they can't see the future first? Why argue with these clowns if the circus is well at work? Just walk that man down, that'll do everyone a solid. It's love, but tough love sometimes gotta result in violence. If you parading...
Said, why argue with the clowns if the circus is hard at work or some shit like that?
They can't see the future first. Why argue with these clowns if the circus is well at work?
Circus is
walk
well
that
at work.
Man down, that'll do everyone a solid. It's love, but tough love sometimes gotta result in violence. If you parading gluttony without giving truth to the youth, the graveyard is company. Just tell us what casket to choose. They party more than bitches. Tell me what are you working for? They glorify scamming. You get chipped over this credit card. Influencers talk down.
You get chipped over this credit card. That's nice. I do like when beefs are like on this. That's one of the things about Meet the Grams that I like. I will say Meet the Grams is probably the best diss. The only thing that taints it in my mind is the daughter verse. That shit was like pointless. He should have just ended it talking directly to Drake, because that whole section where he's like, you lied about this. You lied about this. You lied. Like that shit goes crazy, bro. But this beat is nice.
Me, what are you working for? They glorify scamming. You get chipped over this credit card. Influencers talk down cause I'm not with the basic shit. But they don't hate me, they hate the man that I represent. The type of man that never did right cause I won a favor. The man that resides in patience. So where the soldiers at? The ones that lost it all and learned to learn from that. A thirst for life, head inside a book cause he concerned with that. Information that'll change his life because he yearns for that. Dedication, finding out what's right cause he can earn from that. I feel for the women that deal with the clown and nerd shit. Can't blame them, today they ain't really got much to work with. How many bitches harder than a lot of you niggas? Will trade all of y'all for nip, I can't be proud of you niggas.
Would trade all of y'all for nip, I can't be proud of you, bro. And this is what I'm talking about when he's got like that. I feel like that hatred that's inside of him or that anger that's inside of him fuels him to put out shit like this. Because I can hear the anger in the fucking verse. One of the biggest things that obviously people talk about Drake is that he puts out music consistently. And I don't know if this is at Drake, more than likely is. But for him to say that he's a man of patience, that's fire. That's fire. I'm not with that service level bullshit. I'm trying to better myself hard.
A thirst for life, head inside a book, cause he concerned with that information that'll change his life, because he yearns for that dedication, finding out what's right, cause he can earn from that.
Cause he can earn from that.
Women that deal with the clown and nerd shit, can't blame them. Today they ain't really got much to work with. How many bitches harder than a lot of you niggas will trade all of y'all for nip? I can't be proud of you niggas. God give me life, dear God please give me peace, dear God please keep these.
Hey, real quick. Honestly, was Nip him like that? I could never really get into his music, and I'm not trying to talk shit about the dead. Let that man rest. R.I.P. But when he was alive, was his music popping like that, or was it a very regional West Coast thing? Like Hustle and Motivate, I think, is the only song that I could tell you by Nipsey Hussle. I do know that his mindset people fucked with, and his business acumen, and that's why they have a lot of respect for Nipsey Hussle. Musically, it was very much a regional thing outside of like the diehard hip hop heads outside of the West Coast. I don't know if that's fair to say.
God give me life, dear God please give me peace, dear God please keep these lame niggas away from me, dear God keep me shining. The fuck do they really think? Pocket watching, you must be the police. God bless these words, dear God bless how I think, dear God draw the line, they trying to confuse them with me, dear God please forgive me, you knowing how hard I tried. I think it's time for me to watch the party die.
Watch the party. Ooh, that violin on the fucking rise and the crescendo right there real quick, that was fire. Am I not reacting crazy enough? Who's got the formula? Let me know.
Dear God please forgive me, you knowing how hard I tried. I think it's time for me to watch the party die.
Oh, you see that shit right there? That shit is gas.
How hard I tried. I think it's time for me to watch the party die.
Woo. Shit, first chair clarinet you're talking to right here, bitch, at Patton F. Element Middle School.
Send them home, we go watch the party die.
Like, this is the type of track that motherfuckers are going to be bored with 100%, especially coming right off of Not Like Us. Like, this is probably, and this might not even be a diss. This seems more like internal, his thinking about the external world that he has to navigate through. So, I mean, obviously Drake is going to be the main person that people are thinking of, but I feel like this is him talking about everybody that has like a very basic surface level mentality and how he's got to work with these people and navigate and shake hands with people that he don't even really fuck with like that. But yeah, this type of instrumental, this is the same issue that, what was the track after Euphoria? 616 in LA? That's the one. This feels like that. Like, what he's talking about is going crazy, but everybody's still high off of Not Like Us. This is going to be good for like the people that are Kendrick fans, first off, people that like Kendrick's pen, and people that want the diss and want the battle and the beef or whatever you fucking call it. If they want it to stay alive, this is going to fuel that fire a little bit more. But if you're over the diss and you're not someone that likes this introspective Kendrick Lamar, you're probably just going to be like, I'm good on it.
I think it's time to watch the party die. Street niggas and the corporate guys, the rappers that report the lies. I need their families mortified. We can do life without them, get their bodies organized. Tell me if you oblige. No more pillow talking, jump starting neighborhood wars. Dirty macking bitches because your spirit is insecure. The flashy nigga with nasty decisions, using money as a backbone. I want his head cracked before he's back home. The radio personality pushing propaganda for salary. Let me know when they turn up as a casualty. I want agony.
That a fucking tugboat?
Tell me if you oblige. No more pillow talking, jump starting neighborhood wars. Dirty macking bitches because your spirit is insecure.
Damn, pillow talking, jump starting neighborhood wars.
Money as a backbone. I want his head cracked before he's back home. The radio.
Bro, you're fucking just yapping to these bitches and that's starting wars between you and your boys. You're pillow talking with a bitch. You know what I mean?
Do you fuck with the war? This bitch don't know about Pangea.
Stop pillow talking, bitch.
I want his head cracked before he's back home. The radio personality pushing propaganda for salary. Let me know when they turn up as a casualty. I want agony, assault and battery. I see a new earth filled with beautiful people making humanity work. Let's kill the followers that follow up on popping mollies from the obvious degenerates that's failing to acknowledge the hope that we trying to spread. If I'm not his vote, then you need to bring his fucking head or film that shit in high res. God give me life, dear God please give me peace. Dear God please keep these lame niggas away from me. Dear God keep me shining. The fuck do they really think? Pocket watching, you must be the police. God bless these words, right dear God bless how I think. Dear God draw the line, they trying to confuse them with me. Dear God please forgive me, you knowing how hard I tried. I think it's time for me to watch the party die. Sometimes I wonder.
Shit is gas. This shit is gas. I will replay this song infinitely times more than I played Not Like Us, just because it's so much better fucking lyrically than Not Like Us. If Kendrick put this out instead of Not Like Us, the beef would have stood like it wouldn't have been as unanimous. The thing about Not Like Us is it was a club hit, so everybody's fucking playing it everywhere. Drake didn't really put out no club hits on his shit. I think the closest one that he got was Family Matters, and even then Family Matters was only the club shit at the beginning, and at the end Kendrick just opened his mouth. That part goes hard as fuck. Beginning goes hard as fuck. But that middle part where his fucking like delivery is off beat, on beat, and it's like this very out of pocket delivery, that's just not for the club.
On how hard I tried, I think it's time for me to watch the party die. Sometimes I wonder what Lecrae would do. Fuck these niggas up or show them just what prayer do. I wonder.
Shout out fucking 116, baby. I'm best friends with Lecrae, by the way, because I talked to Andy Mineo and they're best friends. So through association type shit, you know how it all goes down. You know how it works.
How hard I tried, I think it's time for me to watch the party die. Sometimes I wonder what Lecrae would do. Fuck these niggas up or show them just what prayer do.
Lecrae's last album was crazy. Church Clothes.
Like D1, but I will. It's time to get these devils out the way. Heavy metals on my sword, we settle hard disputes today.
What the fuck did he say?
Divorce, say hello to your future fate. The culture bred with carnivores, you let them snack, they eat your face. The signatures is being forged. You wonder why I'm not enthused to drop. The more visible you get, the more your spiritual is tried. It's cynical to say I know these artists petrified. The end result in jail by Jezebel, a drugged up full of lies. Critical, I know my physical is tested all the time. I'm pitiful, sunk in place soon as I'm questioning my pride. I'm seeing ghosts.
Sunk in place soon as I push in my pride.
I spend no feelings that ain't mine. I'm in my feelings when I slide. I mean, a nigga wonder what Lecrae would do. Terrence Martin said I'm mentally with layers. True, I flood the market with my best regards. I paid your dues, and so it's up if you ain't one of ours. It's bad news. My nigga Jay Estrada said I gotta burn it down to build it up. That confirmation real as fuck. It ain't too many real as us. Locking into what I trust. Looking outside, the kids live tomorrow. Cause today the party just
Clap it up for the boy. They're two completely different artists, bro. You know? Like Drake's got introspective shit, but I don't think that Drake is as angry as K-Dot is, personally, in my opinion. So the introspective shit from Drake is not like, it's more about his individual relationships and his individual ties to individual people, like You and the Six, The Fear, you know, like those type of songs that are obviously well written. They're not like this universal overarching concept of it's me trying to better myself in this fucking crazy shady ass music industry that's trying to rip my soul out of me. That's what I get from K-Dot, and that's why K-Dot's music, it might not be, at least for me, and I feel like this is much more, and you gotta be talking to yourself objectively, all right? Don't just be a fucking Drake hater. K-Dot's music is not as easy of a pill, or not as easily digestible, so it's not something to me that I'm bumping every day, because of most of it is fucking bro, the last album was heavy as fuck. The only song that I bump every day might be Father Time and fucking N95. The care that goes into the craft of making these albums is much more apparent on K-Dot's side than it is on Drake's side. Drake makes hits. Drake makes music for the everyday person, makes music for the everyday experience. That's why he talks about relationships a lot. That's why he talks about internal struggle a lot, at least internal struggle with his relationships with people, as opposed to this. Like, you could see this as a diss toward Drake, and it probably is, but I got more out of this on K-Dot's side than I did at fucking directly dissing Drake. Like, Drake just happens to be an integer. Like, we're going at X rapper, we're going at Drake kind of is the overall concept of what the music industry is. And I know a lot of people upset about Drake taking the $400 million licensing deal. People are calling it a 360. I don't think it's a 360. I think it's just a really crazy big licensing deal that he is obligated to drop a certain amount of albums. And that is like the opposite of what a lot of people want from artists now. They want him to not go that route. That might be fine for Drake doing a 360, $500 million deal. But for you, if your only option is to sign a 360, it's fucking modern day slavery in the music industry. So a lot of people see Drake's contract in the music industry as like a bad representation of what artists should do. Or K-Dot is somebody who's like, I'm trying to show, I'm trying to prove, I'm trying to walk the walk and saying what I do. Where Drake is more like I'm still independent, I'm walking the walk, but I just took $500 million from what's his name? Grange, Lucia Grange. I know I hate the phrase apples to oranges, bitch. That phrase don't make no sense. Why can't fruit be compared? But at the end of the day, Drake and K-Dot are two different artists. They're two different artists, and I listen to them for two different reasons. If I want this kind of shit, I'm gonna go to fucking K-Dot. But this is not my everyday listen. This is like, okay, I got a $400 bottle. This is a flex, and I'm not trying to flex on you. I'm trying to make a point. I got a $400 bottle of Louis Vuitton cologne sitting in my restroom right now. It's like roses, it's oud, it's like this, it's a whole fucking thing. But that is not a bottle that you wear every fucking day. We're going out, there's an important moment that's happening, and you gotta fucking, this is when you wear that. For my everyday shit, I'm wearing YSLY, which is $100 cologne. Drake is the YSLY. It's gonna hit every time. The hoes are gonna love it. The dudes are gonna fucking hate on you real quick, but they're definitely looking it up after they talk to you. Does that make sense? It's like A24 versus fucking Warner Brother Pictures. Drake is Warner Brother. Drake is the machine. Drake is delivering on a consistent basis. Kendrick is delivering once every 6 years, but it's a fucking it's a very well constructed, thought out concept album. But still, they're almost incomparable. They're at the size that they are because they are completely different from each other.